Hello guys, it's me back with another video. Today we're back at Military Tycoon, and I'm gonna tell you I'm just gonna tell some tips if you're the defending base of your own individual base in this game. You might be asking why was I at the start sitting here with a grenade launcher, and how is that thing damaged? Simple. For examples, like pretty much this is I may be talking about defense, but for some reason, most people don't know this. I discovered this back then when the robbery update game came out, which it's pretty much like this. Some people expect the fact with regular guns of any types that have to shoot this, right? They always think they have to shoot this. Well, no more. You can just do this. You can just easily do this. I mean, yeah. This is certainly not good for any robbers that are keen enough to rob your base, and I'm giving them some kind of information advantage. Jesus Christ, this is not good for the defending base, but you know, there's one little thing that some people in this game often forget. I mean, let's just do an example really quick. Where's the grenade? There it is. For example, just pretend like somebody just went inside, shoot this by this, like pretend somebody like a in-game robber in this game in Military Tycoon decides to go inside and just like, you know, block jumps around and and you know, shoot that and shoots that, right? Now, and just gets over here and does that. And imagine this. He's bringing bodyguards as well, which he's bringing his own soldiers, and you cannot do anything about it because you know, for some reason he always keeps either in this case, for example, if you're a player that's just starting off a bit, but it's like, you know, doesn't have any good soldiers, and you have nothing else to do besides from this, the missile truck. I already told this like many videos already, but just for a fresh reminder, the missile truck in this game does penetrate bunkers, but I have to shoot down that thing first. Biplanes these days. What is this, World War I or something? This game is based on almost semi-modern combat here. Semi is because I don't see any much besides. Of course, Military Tycoon is based on modern warfare, which it already has a lot of modern vehicles, you know, a lot of modern jets, and pretty much, yeah. But some of it's kind of semi-modern, but you just get robbed, but you know, you don't know what to do if you don't have any good soldiers. Best example, do this. Now, you might be hearing the sound of my, like, a security electric box down there. You might be asking, what part is that? It's obviously the vault, and pretty much the missile truck in this game, along with the AC-130, and the missile trucks, their explosive weaponry could easily demolish even underground. I mean, pretty much who could have guessed? Alright, everybody could have guessed anyway. Oh yeah, slight notes, fun fact, the AC-130, the original one, seems to do slightly more or less damage. I mean, if this thing is like, I see this, it's like, let me show you. I see this, right? And this is showing how much damage does it do. But that's only if it's like fast fire rate. But, you know, some people get this concept wrong. It's like, you might be asking, what do I mean? This right here is the amount of damage. Obvious, of course, because it has the DMG, right? It's damage. Keep in mind, I have some speaking issues. This might interfere with my slight little speaking for a bit, but pretty much the more this thing is, you know, it's like the more or less damage it is like, it's like depending on which. This is the Falcon. pretty much it's obvious. And this damage is based on the lasers, the laser gun that's stuck inside the Falcon's under, just like under the Falcon's main body. But no, it's based on how much damage can it do individually from one. If you shoot a vehicle with a Falcon laser, you expect it to do heavy damage. No, it's the exact opposite. But let's get back to the point of the video. If someone robs you, just as long as you have some good connection, aim your missile truck downwards. You might only hear the sound of my electric box, but you know, in this case, the as I just mentioned, AC-130 and a lot of other vehicles probably have a large explosion radius, and this could be enough to finish off the enemy player and he or she's bodyguards if they're down there. Just keep in mind the missile truck is not cheap in this game. Very expensive, but you know, it's worth the price. I mean, the best option to get money in this game is, how do I say this? The best option. Best option is to rob the bank. Apparently, for some reason, somebody got 800. It's like, what did I just hear again? Somebody just got 800,000 once from that bank over there in this game. I don't know how they actually got 800,000 from the bank so far, but you know, all right? Pretty much, yeah. It's like, this might be asking, does it damage my security system and electric box down, or electric boxes down there? You know, like in the case of you bombing anybody that is in your base, robbing it, like, it's like anybody down here that was in here, as long as you have to aim specifically for specific spots, anybody down here, if you aim carefully, is pretty much dead. Yeah. And also, I might be asking, does it damage my electric boxes? Yes, unfortunately, they do damage your electric boxes. Yeah, you can sometimes friendly fire your own base. Okay, that's that is that a toxic thing? Not anymore. Besides, like a few hours ago, I got attacked by two exploiting pay-to-win players. It's like, yeah, pretty much. I just like, let me type the. It's like I got attacked by two exploiting pay-to-win players. Like both of them, one of them is like, I don't know. Most is like two of them always have this high explosive sniper, and the other one has an Apache, but I don't know why in the world do they need to use hacks when they have pay-to-win weapons. Oh wait, I probably know why. Because this freaking plane nerfs the Apache to the ground. I mean, seriously. I mean, yeah, pretty much what do you expect. This thing literally makes the Apache, which was formerly the best aircraft, to be hilariously nuked to the ground by this thing. And just to add insult to injury, the Apache was always vulnerable to this thing, the missile truck. It wouldn't be surprising why they have to use hacks, even though it's like they have explosive snipers, blah 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 blah. I don't even need to say more. Simple, they are just hacking. They glitch through the wall. It's like, let me describe what hacks were they using, right? The time where they use hacks is like, you know, one of them just goes through the laser door or goes through this part. I don't have hacks on, and I will never have them on. One of them just went through and just like went through the cash collector, and the other one who was already in here, which is camping me, was like camping me with his shiny new elite soldier, and I already sent a recording on YouTube already. Sorry, it's already sent one. It's just that if the moderators take some time to take a look. Also, by the way, those two guys those two pay-to-win players they have no display names. All right, those two pay-to-win exploiters do not have display names. All right, they probably would try to change it later, but you know, just telling. Right? Pretty much, yeah. All right, back to the part where I was. For you guys who are defending, just do it. Is that what the hell is happening over there? Is some kind of massive artillery strike going on or something? Okay, that's either a submarine or is that an in-game submarine firing around this place? No, I don't see any ground vehicles. Besides, those missiles were specifically in black color, so they either had to be coming from submarines or coming from other vehicles that shoot black missiles, speedboats, and the current new what was that? The current new vehicle in the elite missions called the RT-01, which is this thing. This thing shoots, heat-seeking missiles that, are meant to be anti-aircraft and serve as artillery. So pretty much, yeah. It's disappeared so quickly, just like my dad. Huh. Alright, it's probably just disappeared, just like those exploiters' dads. Oh, now I see where it is. Now let's see if we have the fortune of fate that. Never mind. Okay. I freaking realized I'm using it at the wrong angle, am I? Alright, come on. Okay, he's way too... Yeah, sometimes I regret using this thing. Sometimes I regret using the missile truck, as I forgot the fact this thing is not even long-ranged, but it's better to have something that almost destroys any ground or air or sea vehicle anyway. Besides, this thing, missile truck, I'm about to spew on a rant. Watch out, just like... Pretty much, missile truck, literally, the missile truck in this game puts almost every single plane. It's like the missile truck. I'm about to say this, but pretty much almost literally puts every single like naval vehicle except for the two aircraft carriers. Except for these two, it almost puts every aircraft vehicle. Especially again, most aircraft is like either have to dive, shoot all their bombs, or risk, missing some of their shots. And also, to add insult to injuries, like pretty much, let me describe this missile truck. I'm about to rant here, right? Could defeat almost every single naval vehicle, and could almost literally defeat any single air vehicle besides from a few vehicles that could absorb its damage. Notably, the Golden AC-130, and pretty much is like, couldn't the B-29, it's like, where the hell's the B-29? Ignore the picture because they misframed it. But pretty much, you might be asking, but the Falcon, it literally has almost the exact same health as the AC-130. Let me tell you something. The missile truck doesn't need to destroy the plane. It just needs to kill the player that's operating the vehicle of any type. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the fact that the missile truck could still dominate ground vehicles as well, as the missile truck ignores literally protection. I mean, if you're getting hit by getting hit by anti-aircraft fire, some rockets, AA rockets in a plane or a vehicle, it's like if you get shot by something that is explosive, there's this thing called explosive like blast resistance. Explosive blast resistance. Every vehicle almost has that, including the ships. Which, yeah, including this one as well. If you're operating the literal aircraft carrier itself in this game, but still, every vehicle has some kind of blast damage resistance, or just like what I said, it was like blast explosion resistance in this game. And guess what? The missile truck, its rockets could penetrate any ground vehicle in a direct or indirect hit, as long as it's close enough, including aircraft. And the missile truck's rockets often tend to go to the cockpit. Let me just point out. Let me use the Falcon as the example. I mean, for example, it's like a missile truck's rockets are gonna hit right here, and then it's close enough to the player. And pretty much, if you say, "Oh, does that mean it's only restricted to the Falcon?" No. every single airplane, the missile truck is gonna hit somewhere here in the middle or somewhere here, and pretty much any aircraft is not safe at close range with the missile truck. It's pretty much as long as the missile truck is either operated by a noob. A noob means a non-experienced person who has just joined the game and has just obtained his new in-game vehicle. By the way, just for a simple translation. So pretty much, missile truck could literally put every single ground vehicle and almost every single vehicle, no matter what type of ground or air unit they are. So like missile truck literally just almost puts everything out of business. Right? Yeah. But anyways, let's get back to the freaking safety guidelines being on the video thing. If you're getting attacked by, something like some explosive vehicle that has some kind of explosive radius that's able to reach you when you respawning, best option is to start freaking sprinting at multiple directions until you break free of the person who's spawn killing you. Sometimes it won't work, sometimes. Keep in mind. Sometimes it won't work, but it's a good attempt trying. But still, as I said, those two freaking hackers that just attacked me a few hours ago were literally camping me in this spot. Specifically, one was standing there, and then the other one just snuck in, is like using his hacks to walk through the cash collector. It's like shoots me with a minigun, and then both of them group up right here. Specifically, is like just to make sure that I won't be able to escape. And guess what? Another person. I mean, at that time, I almost got the entire server united on me. Because they apparently saw me as like a big fish and just like decided to go all out against me in that server. And it's like, I was like, what the fuck? It's like, is that the thing? Why are they all going after me? Even though there's like bigger fish. It's like, yeah. Then I realized why nobody is going after the other two guys, which I don't know how to read their usernames, but I'll try. Another one of them is called Meaty Dumper. It's like, let me spell out his username really quick. His username is like this. So yeah, that's his username. No display name. The other guy doesn't have a display name as well. But if I were to be typing this right now, they would have changed their thing to a display name or something. And pretty much, yeah, the other one, I believe it's this type of user. I'm probably wrong in some way, as I don't remember clearly of their users, but both of them, the usernames I just typed right now are literally no display names currently. Why so much help, bro? Look, I'm probably gonna have to help this man just in case. But I'm not doing the elite missions ever again. Especially when I have to grind through these two vehicles. No, not again. No, never ever again. And screw the freaking Typhoon sub. This thing is big as frick. Still gonna get you killed, even if you are not even sticking yourself out. That's still back to the defense thing. As I said, if you're getting camped by explosive radius vehicles, just keep running until you break out the stronghold. Now your best option is either just like run somewhere that's not very close to the room, as explosive radiuses of vehicles vary, but the most effective is, unfortunately, I just mentioned, a freaking missile truck. Jesus Christ. Is unfortunately the case, but some other vehicles with high explosion radiuses are either the golden PLO or PLO1 and its ungolden variant. Both of them have a good explosion radius. T90 and the Leopard 24 golden K tank doesn't do any damage, but I don't even see the care to even mention. Pretty much any vehicle with either a single explosive shell in this game, which no, shell is the wrong term. Round. Anything with an explosive round that has either some kind of decent explosion radius could either hit you right here or there. I mean, I tried this once with a leopard, which was, which I was the like one base I was raiding. I was literally able to stick my barrel right in front of this window to whoever the random base. It's like, yeah. Oh right. I just mentioned the fact they could stick a barrel right, a tank barrel right in through the wall. That's not good news. Well, but still. Once you got away from your camping hole, unlike me, who had a few hours ago had to deal with two exploiters, and unfortunately, I just literally decided to record and just post. That's it. I mean, it's better not to try to waste energy trying to run away from a permanent trap anyway. But once you get down here, I'm just talking about the case if you're dealing with one person here. You just run around here, it's like, you can easily choose one option. Spawn a vehicle of any type, as long as it does enough damage. Some people might be asking, how am I supposed to get some of the vehicles, especially the super laser truck, the APC, and some others, such as the 24 golden K tanks sometimes, and this thing. And this thing as well. Wait, some of these tanks have already been more frequent than the others. Yeah, they probably got it from spawn. Yeah. Or probably got it from the spin anyways. Just like spin. But still, for some reason, whenever I attack most bases in this game with a missile truck, most of them would go right here and just call in a guided missile strike. And they're the ones who usually operate the missiles. Even my friend has done it before. But still, meh. But yeah, pretty much, if anybody's like going on defense, just be in mind, if you're facing anything with a decent explosion radius, even if it's not a missile truck, even if it's like the least threatening enemy vehicle, which is a Tiger in this game, even if it's a Tiger, or even if it's an AAV tank, yeah, best mention, going to the guided missile system is not a good idea, because most people would just go over that to get simple one-kill shots. Simple one-kill shots, they would often say, but no. I mean, pretty much, let me just take a look at the view as the attacker right now. If I were to attack a base and this guy would go up here, in this case, let's exclude the missile truck for a moment, just pretend like I don't have that. If I was in a Puma or anything that's like, anything, as I say, decent explosion radius, I would directly shoot them right here if they're ever gonna literally freaking get on the guided missile system, but still, as a defender, you should not use the guided missile system unless if the enemy vehicle or enemy infantry in this game, unless if it's like somewhere like there, like wait no, look, let me do this straight. Unless if it's like somewhere there or there, not literally in your base. The enemies who, if they're in your base, they could literally they could even use the simplest of in-game weapons, such as an RPG, but they'll have to shoot you a couple of times before you're able to pretty much succumb to the in-game damage logic, which sometimes is definitely not rigged. Definitely. Oh yeah, by the way, the other note, the grenade launcher could also do the exact same job, but, less damage. What a shame. But pretty much, yeah. If you're defenders, then just keep running your best, and when you get out of the stranglehold, then it's time to use this option. I mean, pretty much the most common vehicle I would see somebody pulling out of is either like this tank, the T-90 tank, or no, not a Leopard. Or unless I see someone using a Tiger tank. What the frick is with people using Tiger tanks in this game? Do they have some kind of death wish or something? Jesus Christ, I thought World War II Verboos or just those people who are obsessed with tanks that they specifically think are superior to everything. I thought those types of people don't even exist, but no, there's a Tiger tank. You might be asking, yes, is like, yes, I do have the Tiger tank built because it was a buildable vehicle. And so far, I never even used it, not even once. Pretty much, yeah, it's like, yeah, once you get out of the stranglehold of whoever's using the decent explosive radius vehicle, and it's like, jump out, it's like, you finally don't die. I mean, you better build something that's decent at least. I mean, his best option is either. There you go. At this point, most people often appear with either the F-22 or this F-16 at this point. Golden or not, pretty much spawn anything besides from a few major exceptions. Such as, you know, the aircraft you should not spawn are either the attack helicopter, because this thing has some kind of poor damage against enemy armored vehicles, and even the weakest of vehicles doesn't do much anyway. So pretty much, yeah. I mean, for you might be asking, do you ever specify what type of player that you're talking about in terms of defense itself? I forgot about that, but in this case, we'll talk about the player who is the middle player. You know, the one person who has almost half of the things and almost has a decent amount of the defense, especially with the walls and some of the turrets and some of the machine gun ports, but the railgun. As I never seen anybody in the middle always had a railgun besides from those people who have like 25 rebirths or something. But in this case, if a middle player just gets camped, you know, by anything with the ground vehicle with a good explosion radius, like the Abrams. It's like we're excluding the missile truck as obvious as it is, with a Tiger, a PL-01, like Leopard or whatever. Like some people have the Leopard sometimes. I don't know why. This thing, and I just mentioned, is like anything that has some kind of decent explosion radius. You know, if you're getting camped by that, just as I say, just keep continuing to run backwards anyway. And in a defensive, I would expect the player to either have some kind of AA Abrams or AA tank, which AA tank in this game surprisingly does a lot of damage. Even though it's like, you could see a pitiful amount of damage, but pretty much, yeah. This thing apparently does slightly well than expected, but yeah, just like anything's like if a middle player either has anything decent, such as Pumas, anything that's like equal to their enemy vehicle counterparts, but you know, if they choose. Oh yeah, by the way, some people say, why not choose air vehicles? If there's a ground vehicle, will a ground vehicle from the enemy team, would it let you fly in the sky and let you bomb it? No. Unless if the enemy ground vehicle is stupid. Wait, what's he doing? But pretty much, yeah. I mean, ground vehicles is like, you know, I'm talking about spawning ground vehicles for defense, but never talking about the air vehicles. But pretty much, let me say this. Spawning air vehicles in some kind of defensive situation when the enemy's in your base is not really good, as the enemy might, as I just mentioned, the enemy would probably have some decent, like, tanks. All the things mentioned earlier. T-90 or Tigers. Like, Tiger, the machine gun damage is terrible, but the cannon is still decently accurate. Literally accurately has almost the exact same damage as every single tank, regardless of even if somebody puts levels into it. Surprisingly, T-90 tank does less damage than either both, in terms of the cannon. But nobody says there's a machine gun on top. So yeah, if somebody asking, can you tell us what happens if we spawn an air vehicle and somehow took off without getting shot down by the enemy ground vehicles? We're excluding the missile truck again, but in this case, there's this one slight little insignificant problem. I wonder what it is. Hold up, let me just make this clear for a moment. Alright, let me just get into this thing. Alright, this thing has some rockets, so I'll show you why some things are not simple as that. Okay, apparently the shield doesn't even activate even if you wanted it to. So let me just show you what do I mean. All right. This is pretty much about me shooting at my own base, at my own base's shield. Alright, let me just fire. Alright, let me just do this again. There's supposed to be a shield, right? Yeah, you see that right there? That's the shield. Alright. Model Assassinator fan. And a Spitfire from World War II. What the frick is he doing here? Alright, just a note. I shot a rocket at my own base and it got stopped by something, right? In this case, we're defensive, then unfortunate for you, if you never watched the video about me ranting about some things, there's a freaking annoying quote-unquote protective shield above your base. I mean, if you, it's like pretty much you, it's like in this case we're excluding, but we will include the missile truck in this case. Yeah, it's pretty much, let's see if the shield is going to react to the missile truck, unless if it's like, congratulations, military tycoon, you're still freaking gonna even do it? In this case, we're gonna shoot straight upwards. Yeah, you see that? The missile truck's rocket literally detonated. That's because of the fact there's an, as I said, invisible shield, annoyingly, literally inconvenient, because of the fact that the developers were like, oh, we're just going to give a light shield that will almost certainly protect only from unguided in-game rockets, or from, wait, what? Instead of freaking Spitfire again, it's the exact same guy. I'm not even in the mood anymore. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, it's like, we're just going to include the missile truck if somebody has one, but not the maxed missile truck in this case, but if you're if you just locked onto enemy aircraft, this tiny little shield thing for the defenders kind of works. Kind of means half of the time or almost a quarter of the time, because this shield literally provides you with inconvenience, as this thing literally detonates all incoming rockets when almost all of the rockets, unless if the aircraft goes inside the shield and inside to your base, which they'll become vulnerable to these anti-aircraft rockets, which they could flare, but there's always a lot of these anti-aircraft rockets ready up for some reason. Oh crap! Is that what, a warplane? Or we will have some kind of entertainment at least. Warplane versus a Spitfire. Let's see if a World War II generation era aircraft is gonna defeat this thing. Never mind, the Spitfire has not fired its deadly in-game. Never mind. Now we're having an even fight here. Both the Spitfire does more damage, but the warplane. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, did we just see what just happened? A century-old era Spitfire defeating a warplane because the warplane committed some kind of stupid act of going straight in front and behind of the Spitfire, even though the warplane has a clear advantage of being being a plane with a missile and a lot more faster than the Spitfire itself. That was a short-lived entertainment anyway, but still. Alright, just a note, if you're trying to use some kind of anti-aircraft rockets or any rockets at all against some enemy aircraft or some enemy ground vehicles, you might accidentally hit the invisible wall. I mean, it's so inconvenient these days. Let me just try this for a moment. Does an invisible wall, does an invisible wall detonate an RPG? No, never mind. You're gonna need something a bit like calibered for this one. Alright, might as well aim up right here, ready, steady, fire. Okay, I made a bit too high, didn't I? Too high again. But that doesn't even bother much. Never mind, apparently the missile truck always shoots literally so high rather than hitting the wall. Usually when you try to assault a base in this game, you often hit an invisible wall, which, yeah, for the defenders is kind of like inconvenient because of the fact it literally prevents them from shooting any anti-aircraft rockets. which the shield sometimes detonates some of the anti-aircraft rockets, but never all of them. It's not because like an F-22. In this case, yeah, we're just talking about middle players, and sometimes people would say, do you often include for naval combat right here? Yeah, at this point, I haven't even forgot the quality of the attackers, like the attackers themselves. What type of attackers would an average middle player come against? Another middle player, or a one high player, which is usually me attacking a middle player. But in this case, I'm just talking about the fact, well, like player versus player combat, except in one other owner in one base itself. Well, pretty much, yeah. You can shoot the missile truck at your own vaults, just like kill any robbers. You might damage your own electricity box. And pretty much, if for some reason I start to see people, even basic people, carry this thing, this silk fire. Some people might have it, and I won't be able to tell because they're either this deceiving, like 2 or 1 rebirths. I would not even know that they probably have the silk fire. I would not even know they have this thing because some of them like to steal their mother's credit cards and just like buy the silk fire because they heard it was the best aircraft, which it is the best aircraft in the game in terms of damage. We might say, oh, the silk fire does no damage in this case because of the stupid stats bar. Let me show you why. Where the hell is that F-22? We conveniently needed him. Conveniently, alright, just a note. Speaking issues, as I just mentioned, might prevent me from speaking properly. We conveniently needed him for this occasion, but, you know, he kind of fricked off like my dad with the milk. Oh, wait, never mind. No, that plane is almost clearly dead. It's no challenge anyway. I might as well not waste, like, a couple of things. Apparently, for some reason, there's one abandoned warplane, but it's almost dead, and almost any plane could finish it off by this chance. Is that Kuncha? Okay, we're gonna have to use this plane against an AA Abrams tank. Okay, that was the most stupidest thing. We're just gonna use the machine gun in this case. Strange. The machine guns themselves are so powerful that they could easily penetrate the tank's armor and just do heavy damage. Alright, there's one fact that this plane could easily kill players as well with one in-game rocket. This is not surprising, by the way, as you know, almost every other plane has to either empty all their rockets or empty some of their rockets, you know, 2 or 3, or just like 2 or 3 if the player's like almost literally full health. The third rocket, by the way, is necessarily for reassurance, but you know, still is never going to be enough. Well, with this plane, oh, there's a convenient target in this case, or in fact 2 of them. Let me just increase my speed. Oh, come on, seriously, bro? He is really is he? No, he's almost dead. What's the point? Pretty much, let's just say this plane, new plane, high damage, very freaking fast, heavy damage machine guns. Oh, is this going to be a reference to one story from World War II that some guy managed to shoot a Japanese pilot? Never mind, the guy literally resaid it. This is referencing the fact that there was a story about a World War II U.S. pilot that shot at a Japanese pilot and killed him, sending the Japanese plane flying down. I was like, is this a reenactment or something? But except in Military Tycoon, where there's no... Look, I'm certain I just saw some tracers there. I'm not, because like, I'm gonna finish that off anyway. No, come on, seriously? Lock-ons either just suck ass or sometimes. Okay. Alright, this plane right here is not dead yet. Take a look at the health bar. Look at the health bar after I hit it with 1 rocket. It's like nobody believed the heavy damage at first, not even me. Okay, I gotta repeat that. Nobody believed that this plane had a heavy damage, not even me, and like until now, right? By this point, let's just get back to it. It's like, after talking about a lot of random crap, it's like, yeah. Alright, back to the base. Middle players either tend to have this already, just like ground vehicles. Yeah, mostly middle players. Unfortunately, most of them have this. They still have a lot of other basic vehicles, but just a note, just like the thing, if you're getting camped by something like a tank or anything with a decent explosion radius, such as a Puma, just keep running until you get out, or unless, if you can't, best option is to, I don't know. Unfortunately, it's like, and just like, some people often escape, even though if they died many times in game, but pretty much, yeah. Yeah, just if you're trying to retaliate here, just if you have a decent tank in game, we're just talking about ground warfare, nothing to do with air warfare, but we just talked about anti-aircraft. Yeah. If you're doing ground, then just use the T-90 tank or something like that when you're done building it first. Oh yeah, some people say, what about economics? We just talk about defense, but never about economics in this game. Best option, just either build up your workers down the ground floor in this game and if the possibility comes, then it's like you would probably have a bunker anyway, regardless of even if you had a rebirth. If you had a rebirth and if you have a bunker, just finish all your economics, then come back later, right? If like pretty much the more rebirths you get for economics, the more you're able to earn in-game money, and you can continue this for like 40 more times before you stop at nothing at rebirth number 40. But the economics, just build up all your workers, and then rob banks, rob the game, or just like rob the game's banks, which is only one in this game. Just rob the bank itself and just like, take the money, try to escape as possible. You don't need to return to your base with the in-game money from the bank, because the developers at least paid some time to realize that no player would be able to make it back to their base unless the player's a sweaty tryhard. But once you step outside the in-game banks, inside the gate thing, then you automatically get the money. You don't need to return to your base. You can also do the elite missions, capture bases to earn money, but best option for me is to sit around in your own base as your workers, work, give give you money in your cash collector, and then just rebirth until you get to rebirth 40, and probably have your max cash benefits in this game, and upgrade, and just buy your workers. Buy your in-game workers first, then chill around for about 19 minutes, and then come back, and 19 minutes means AFKing. It's like waiting around for 19 minutes. Just grab a book, watch YouTube, anything. So like, yeah. We're only talking about defense. I won't be able to speak a lot of the other stuff, especially when you can probably notice the fact that school is coming back. Like I was like, tomorrow is like Friday, and wait, no, not tomorrow. Maybe just like tomorrow's the last day of the holiday itself. Jesus Christ, we're so screwed. It's like pretty much, because there's holiday homework. Either some of you guys forgot to do it, but nobody gives a damn about it. Apart from the fact that in one night alone, I managed to do some of it. And I managed to do about 40 pages, but I don't know why. But I seriously feel absolutely numbed by it, but pretty much, yeah, just wandering around talking bullcrap. I know, right? Oh yeah, side note. One thing that I'm still certain about in this game, do not use the teleporters. The teleporters in this game, let me show you why. Damn, my graphics are finally loaded for this time. My graphics, finally. Oh, free coins. Might as well. Wow. Jesus, they give random amounts of coins now? Is this some kind of joke? Anyways, yeah, just like sometimes she might be, it's like, you might be asking, why don't I ever use the teleporters besides now? At first glance, I got lucky a bit. It's like, I got lucky because the teleporter didn't send me down to the river. It's like, the what river, you may ask? Jesus Christ, it's still, yep, for some reason, whenever I try to do this on video, apparently the thing decides to load up all my graphics. It's like, sometimes the teleporter to the elite missions building is sometimes a trap because the elite missions building's graphics haven't been loaded yet. It will send you just like falling down to the in-game underground, water. Is like, yeah, pretty much, yeah. But still, this thing is still a trap. The only reason why I haven't sunk down there in the elite missions building yet is because I got lucky. But no, nothing ever is lucky forever. Not even me, not even you, not even anybody, right? I mean, we could look at many famous people, including one little, some controversial guy who somehow survived so many assassination attempts. And also the other guy, which it's the Austrian painter. Somehow he remained alive for long enough. But still, anyways. It's pretty much, yeah, this is just build up your workers. If you're on defense, invest your in-game money into this, or if you want something that decent in-game ground firepower, so like just invest in this. Or unless you have the snack of a time, then do some collecting. Try to find the Abrams tank. Wait, which Abrams version are they even talking about? No, this is the AA. This is the AA version. Where the hell's the other one? If you're able to have some time, try to find the average Abrams tank. Unfortunately, as you can see right here, it's freaking stuck in spawn. Yeah, that's what. And also, guess what? This thing has kind of a decent health, but as I said, you're stuck at spawn for some reason. Might as well just destroy it anyway. Strangely enough, tanks and vehicles back then didn't explode like this, but they were just merely disabled. But no, the heat knife could destroy vehicles now? What is this? An anti-vehicle weapon now? Pretty much, invest if you want a good defensive vehicle. Just invest in the in-game tank called the T-90 with a machine gun and a cannon. And if you want something that is good at anti-air, at close range, especially, something that ignores enemy protection, especially blast damage resistance, which almost every vehicle in this game has one, including the missile truck. But it's pretty much, but the missile truck in this game ignores every single ground air vehicle. It's like, as long as the vehicle itself, especially air vehicles, do not flare, and these two aircraft carriers, the Kuznetsov and the big carrier, which both of them have anti-aircraft turrets that were meant to shoot down missiles as well. Just by the way, just telling you guys, missile truck could only defeat like almost everything, because it literally the missile truck. I'm about to say this. If anybody as an option for you guys in game in Military Tycoon to invest, if you, as I say, let me speak properly. This thing and every other vehicle has explosive blast damage resistance. You take some damage from an explosion in game, either if it's indirectly or it's directly at you, shot at you in this game. It will limit the amount of damage, but the missile truck, this thing ignores this explosive blast damage resistance. The missiles from this truck ignore blast damage resistance, unless if it's like these two aircraft carriers. Both of them have automatic AA turrets that could shoot down missiles, unless if it's like the AC-130 and the B-29, which the missiles in this game specifically go in front, in the middle of the aircraft. And most jet aircraft in this game almost are literally short, is like and very and very much very much as like I don't know, I can't find the word describes. What was that word again? Very freaking thin. All right, the AC-140 is long, and the missiles tend to go in the middle like it's a jet aircraft, like a fighter jet. The AC-140 is very long, but sometimes it's annoyingly very too fast, because especially when you have to aim for the enemy vehicles down on the ground, or unless you're going to anti-aircraft. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Just a note, missile truck is a good investment in this game. It's just that some vehicles, especially ones with either heavier damage or longer length than other vehicles mentioned, like the AC-150 and also the B-29 Flying Fortress in this game. All of these vehicles, AC, whatever this is, a B-29, are not invincible. As long as you can shoot enough in-game rockets at them, then they are down. Oh yeah, by the way, if some people might ask this, like, if I'm against the Apache, what could I do? The Apache is literally almost the exact same like any other aircraft. The missile truck could just obviously penetrate right through the middle of the helicopter and send the explosion literally right into the player. As long as you can get the final upgrade, which is let's check. The final upgrade, which is like increased missile distance, faster fire rate, ultimate upgrade, increased missile damage. As long as you can either have one of these, like increased damage or shoot faster, you can destroy an Apache in this game, right? However, though, just speaking about the fact that I just dealt with 2 hackers, I have no idea how to counter hackers in this game. If you're asking me how to fight a hacker, I'm sorry, man. I do not know how to fight a hacker in this game, especially when they have almost every single power to be invincible, to be invisible, to be absolutely aimbot. Yeah, if you're asking me that, nope, don't expect me to create a solution for that one, as that would be impossible, and that's why Military Tycoon. I'm starting to notice some less growth apparently, but it's not concerning for now. But this is the end of the video. I don't know if I'm gonna post this actually, because I ranted on too many things and I went off script many times. I was gonna talk about defense, but I was talking about other random crap. I don't know if I'm gonna post this, but in the case I do, and you manage to reach the end of this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and maybe subscribe for to tell me that I should probably keep posting more, alright? Oh yeah, speaking of which, it wouldn't be one of my videos unless if I have to do one last little thing. It wouldn't be one of my own videos if I didn't do this last thing. Oh yeah, by the way, some people might say the fact that my camera lens looks so unbalanced these days. That's because, some of us may have dropped our phones sometimes. But and this is what I got. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hold up, wait for the explosion for dramatic effect. Wait a sec, is it? Hello? Okay, yeah, just wait for the explosion for dramatic effect, as obvious as it is. Yeah, just gonna stall for a bit. So I was like a prepped. How much time